Hey guys, my name is Jeff, and today we'll be taking a look at the Alpina Roadster V8. Now this car was a big deal for Alpina as it marked the big introduction of the Alpina brand to the US, with these cars available for purchase through BMW dealerships. Now Alpina had a fantastic relationship with BMW, so much so that these cars were built on a BMW assembly line next to Rolls-Royces. Now, the Roadster V8 was based on the BMW Z8, which was a modern interpretation of the late 50s BMW 507 and designed by Henrik Fisker of Fisker Automotive fame, but Alpina opted more for a grand touring approach for their car. Now, the BMW Z8 was also actually featured in the James Bond movie The World Is Not Enough, where it actually gets cut in half by a helicopter with saw blades. So, yeah, that's tough to watch. Now, a little bit of Alpina's backstory. So Alpina actually started as an independent BMW tuner in 1965, where they competed in racing, winning multiple races, including the 1970 European Touring Car Championship and more. Now, eventually they would be recognized as an automobile manufacturer in 1983, and the company would actually be acquired by BMW in 2022. Now, the Alpina Roadster V8 was sold between 2003 and 2006, after the BMW Z8 had actually ended production in 2002. Production for the Alpina Roadster was limited to just 555 units, with about 450 making their way to the US, and 8 made their way to the UK. So that's about 10% of total Z8 production, which was about 5,703 units. Now, this Alpina Roadster V8 is finished in jet black over a black Nappa leather interior and features 20-inch Alpina wheels. The exterior was not really modified because Alpina felt that the car was already perfect, and they were not wrong. Now, the original 4.9-liter V8 and 6-speed manual were swapped out for an Alpina-tuned 4.8-liter M62 V8, which was borrowed from the Alpina B10. Even though originally Alpina wanted to use their V12, unfortunately it would not fit in the engine bay. Now, their V8 was rated for 375 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque. Now, the horsepower rating was actually lower than BMW Z8 of 395, but the torque was increased over the Z8's 369 pound-feet of torque, and the reason they did that is they wanted more torque available at lower RPMs for better cruising. Like I said, they were going for that grand touring approach. Now, the Alpina-tuned V8 was mated to a 5-speed Switchtronic transmission, which is like BMW speak for an automatic with manual shift modes. Alpina claims a 0 to 60 of about less than 5 seconds, with a governed top speed of 161 miles per hour, which is not a normal Alpina thing to do, but it was done for safety because the car has no rear spoiler or aero. Now, there would be additional modifications, including softer suspension, even though they'd keep the same springs, and a slight interior modifications, including an Alpina 3-spoke steering wheel with shift buttons, and an Alpina plaque, which actually notes the car's production number, this one being number 517 of 555. The Alpina Roadster V8 started at $12,000 more than the Z8, making it $140,000, which was the most expensive vehicle in BMW's showroom. Current market values can find cars regularly trading hands between about $250,000 and $350,000, which is actually more money than the manual BMW Z8 on average, which I think is pretty cool. Typically, automatics don't go for the money that manuals do. With that, that's going to be the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, could hit that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. And consider subscribing for more content like this in the future. Thank you so much for watching.